treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy. I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I've never done this before. Drown out my problems. Let me. When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out. It can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Okay, Coach, so normally thoughts turn to basketball this time of year in the Hoosier State, but not so this year. The NFL playoffs have come to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one. Between the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game.
We got this.
Go! Green 90! Watch 54, watch 54. Watch QB drop! Ready!
On first down, it's Love. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, you got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Switch! Reggie!
Naeem Hines, his first carry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Check 43. Alert flare. Gone right. Watch the motion.
Now it's Hines. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines, 56 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Ready, break.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
No. Shoot.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Ready, go. Now.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 26, check 26. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Rock it, rock it. Yep. Get it.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
They run with Hines. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Watch the pass. 140. Easy, easy. Alert, alert.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Go, go, go.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Luck. He's going to air it out deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Robert Woods, 48 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Locked again here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Check, 59.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Yeah, alert! Kill! Alert 3.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
180. Let's go heavy.
3rd and 2, Love. They got him, man. It's Woods. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Locke. Ebron caught left side. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing on 3rd down, Love. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Try to get it to Woods.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Kill. Leo.
Hey, turn it up. SOS.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
61, matchbox lights. Go. Hey! Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He completes this to Sutton. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Defense wins championships, baby. He's coming. We got double up. 6-6, pull it high.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsey, 52 yards. As they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. They're on the 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Locke. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Locke. Complete. It's Johnson.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd and 3.
Hey, look out! Rise 40! Monday! Gonna be a long day, offense! Hey, check! He's crashing! He's checking crash! Shoot! On! Deuce! Switch!
Locke on 3rd down. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Luck now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Back to throw. Luck over the middle, and it's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, but it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. 11.
Hey, seam 6.
54. Mike 54.
Throwing again is Lott. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they'll get this down to the 10. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. Luck going to bring him up first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
24 is the mic. Man out. 24 is the mic.
Hey, Charlie. Look at me. Zipper. Look at me. Score.
Block will try again on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They're already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Hey, Wood. Get it.
A final shot before half for Locke. Airing it out for Hamilton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
Get ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Greystone, travel. Watch the whip. Check. Fresno. Hey, watch it. Hey. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Bang. Let's go, bang.
Now it's Lindsey trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Bravo! You think you're going to get this? He did. Mike 59. Michael. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Luck now, 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Luck now to throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Love. And Woods has it complete. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Colts 40-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Pilot, 64, weak. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Check 13. Check 13. General West. Now. Hey, go.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll run with Lindsey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Check, check, check. Kill.
One more time with Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check safety, check safety. Check, 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 11B.
A shotgun snap for Locke. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
It's a pickup of 3.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 3, check 3. Fair. Snap.
They'll go again with Lindsey. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, Alpha.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Strong right. Here we go. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
On first down, they'll start out with Mack. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 9, Luck taken in by the tight end Doyle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Go ahead. Check 9. Banjo.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
How many times do we hear from coaches, get north and south as a runner, especially in short yardage situations? I'd say 3rd and 1 counts. That didn't happen there.
Instead, they went backwards. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. 5.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. That one into the hands of Hamilton. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. 25 yards that time. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a third down. Lock to throw. Got a man open. It's Sutton. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on fourth down. Lock gonna go on fourth down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Vic Beasley. And that may put a period on this AFC Championship game. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They're running it. Check it out, Reed. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. No. On. Motion. Sponge. No.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Luck now to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey. He's coming in motion. Hey. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Go. Hey. High 7. Mike 22, Mike 22. Go. Come on, the ball. Shoot.
Now Locke. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.